Welcome to the bold analysis. There are some shocking revelations about how the death of Dedan Kimathi surviving widow Mukami Kimathi was kept a highly guarded secret since Thursday night, with leaders only learning about that development, rather that news, during a press invite that was dispatched as early as 6 a.m. in the morning from the office of the Deputy President, Rigathi-Gachagua. And Rigathi calling for press to meet for him, that he was going to address the press at Lee Funeral Home at 8:30 a.m. That news was broke later then. And looking at the video, and this is the video when Rigathi-Gachagua was addressing the press there, there are a bit of discussions or disquiet on the absence of quite a number of leaders who many didn't understand, and the choice of those who are picked, those who escorted the deputy president there, has really elicited reactions. Just in the back room, I was receiving, really getting the corridor talks that even the Nyeri County leadership, Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiges, and quite a number, even the state house team, quite a number were not informed of that development, and it has been really guided, really highly guided secret overthrough, only with Rigathi-Gachagua conversing with the family. And during that press briefing at Lee Funeral Home, Rigathi made a speech disclosing about that information, only flanked by political leadership, but not even any member from the family. I have checked the Facebook page, and someone just tipped me that Kenyans are really descending blows on Rigathi, that you have found an opportunity to attack others, actually calling for soberness to allow the family and the nation at whole to mourn. And they should not turn that opportunity as one of the events to attack Uhuru this, Uhuru that, and to bring the political fireworks that is normally seen or felt there. I wanted to get a snippet of that soundbite from Rigathi-Gachagua speaking in the funeral home.
We have woken up to the very sad news on the passing on of Mukami Kimathi, the widow of Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi Washuri, the hero of our liberation struggle, the man who led our gallant freedom fighters in the Aberdare Mount Kenya forest to drive away the white colonialists and get our freedom back on our land. Mukami Kimathi has been the symbol of resilience. She has been the symbol of our defiance to oppression. She has been the mother of our liberation struggle, and she has been the beacon of hope surrounding the freedom fighters and their descendants. We are therefore, as a nation, very, very saddened that we have lost our mother, who has been ailing for a while. And we want to send our condolences to the family, to the people of Nyandarua, to the people of Nyeri, to the people of the Central Kenya region, and indeed the entire country. I want to say that the president is equally saddened by the loss of our mother, and I want to confirm that the government will designate a very senior officer later this morning to work with the family as we prepare to give the late Mukami Kimathi a dignified send-off.
While confirming that the plans for the state to settle to pick one political leader to spearhead the burial plans, indications signal Moses Kuria, who has also ordered, or rather asked the Kenyan government, led by William Ruto, to coordinate and seek support from the British administration to exhume the remains of Dedan Kimathi so that the Dedan Kimathi and the wife can be given a decent send-off altogether in what is seen as a joint push for the justice against the veteran fighters. And that has emerged that that is the peak they might have settled for. Disquiet on whether it's going to be the angle that is going to take. I'll want to pursue some of objectives of that peak and what clearly is at stake at after the death of Mukami. But before I delve into those details, I want to first start by sending condolences on behalf of myself, my family, and the Bold family, to the family of the deceased, and of course, it's a trying moment. May God condole them beyond. May God comfort the family. At this point, I want to also give you good news. Under the Bold Charity Network, we partnered with Power Africa Solar. This is a solar provider company with branches all over Kenya and also based also in New York, in US. What we are simply doing here is we have 100 solar lights to be donated to schools here in Kenya. That is the concept. So what you need to do is very simple. You just need to propose to me through the WhatsApp number that I've pinned there, schools or your school they will want to benefit. I have 100 lines, so you're going to donate 2020. So we are going to give to 5 schools. So that means that after receiving all those, I will then sit down and come up with a list in the order of priority so that we can also organize how the schools can receive those lights. Remember, this is an entirely donation from the Power Africa Solar. That is the concept behind Bold Charity Network. Just going beyond supporting those who are in need, especially in the hospitals and that, in the medical need. But we want to create that network so that it's at this depository for services, products, and programs that can benefit the society. We said, as in the political analysis, we must go beyond complaining and be part of the solution. And I'm just so glad. So the number is there. Suggest your school or the school you want, both primary and secondary, and even other institutions. I will be so glad to see that being a reality. Now, 4 contentious issues moving forward. Fireworks in the looming political showdown in this. There is also clear intention to lock out the Azimio leadership, or rather Raila Odinga team, from this as part of that extension to make sure that, you know what, this has been here. Rigathi-Gachagua has emerged as a very strong critic of Raila Odinga. And of course, towards during Raila Odinga's presidential reign, I think he also visited the widow, the deceased here, visited the deceased, and one of his cards was on fighting, learning where the country is coming from. While the UDA team have always said they are going the digital way and they don't want to look back where the country is coming from. But one of the key aspects that you can also see here is this unfortunate demise could also be an opportunity for the political opportunists to propagate the Mau Mau narrative that had started gaining momentum. The Mau Mau narrative of leaders from the mountain, the young politicians from the mountain, that has come out to portray themselves as legitimate grandsons and granddaughters of the Mau Mau veterans. Now, being at the center of it, and also coincidence of them coming from Nyeri, I can tell you that all the dots are going to be connected so that the vector can point and people can create the connection between them and the deceased as far as the Mau Mau issue is concerned. I know that it has been so contentious because it also borders the issue of the land, the question of the land as far as the Mau Mau issue is concerned. So it would be a big narrative at this point, but I wish that they tone down so that if they tone down, they will not really even, they will give the family opportunity to mourn. And I know there is the issue of the stake of Kenyatta family in all this discussion because Mama Ngina donated land and built a house, I remember, and even offset a loan to Field Marshal Muthoni wa Kirima. And that did not go well with the Rigathi-Gachagua team, who later go to Nyeri and hold some session there, criticizing or rather calling on trying to criticize what Mama Ngina had done in the presence of in just a ploy to demystify the demand, or rather demystify the fact that Mama Ngina was also fighting for the interest of Mau Mau. I can tell you, I don't know how this is going to sail through, even to the how it's a political commodity. It's a political narrative that for Rigathi-Gachagua and the camp, because they campaigned on the platform of Hustler and Dynasty. But they will also take this as an opportunity to lock out and create to create a spin around the dynasty issues, or rather the Mama Kenyatta. I may not be shocked to look to maybe find out in the burial that even Uhuru Kenyatta may attend, and in his presence, the juvenile politicians will take an opportunity to attack Kenyatta family. That's a stake. Lastly, also see Rigathi and the team trying to galvanize the Mount Kenya emotions around the fight for independence at this time. And that's why it has really been reduced and kind of it's taking a brand of Mount Kenya issue, while it is actually it should actually be a national event. So let's wait and see how this will play out. But the fact that it was highly kept secret, and of course it was only the selected few that were picked, quite a number were actually getting shocked that they got grip of that information during the press briefing. Let's meet in the next, guys.